like bug. Welcome to YouTube. This is Fierce Phoenix here. Another one of my moto vlogs. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Well, I'm doing alright. Yes, another little topic. Have you ever been screwed at a mechanic shop? Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Let's go back about 2 weeks from where we're at now. Had an issue with this Ninja that I have here. And don't get me wrong, I'm no mechanic. Well, no motorcycle mechanic, put it that way. I did go to school way back when to be an automotive technician. I graduated, got my associates in automotive technology, became an ASC certified technician for cars, worked at a Chevy dealership for a year. But prior to that, I did work at a Sears Automotive, a Hertz rental car. So I was having issues with my Ninja here, and it was making an awful, well, that guy can't stop, can he? It was making an awful clunking, clanking noise, decelerating, coming to the stop. So not sure what it was. I tried looking on YouTube in different places, looked at some forums, and couldn't seem to figure out what was going on with the description that I was putting into the search bars. So I decided, well, let me go ahead and change the oil and all the filters, well, the air and oil filter, and see if there's any metal in the oil, any shavings or anything. So I went out, purchased all the parts, purchased the oil, changed the oil filter. Oil was dirty, but it was time for a change anyways. But it was clean. There's no metal shavings or anything of that sort within the oil. Went ahead and took the bike for a ride after the oil change, and it still did the same thing, same noise. But before, when I would come to a stop, the clanking noise would stop after I stopped moving. But this time, it continued for about a second or two after I stopped moving. So I went ahead and decided to take it to a motorcycle repair shop. And when I got there, the good old owner was there, and I explained to him what was going on, and he says to me first thing off is, "Wow, I've never heard anything out like that. Let me go out there and take a look at it." So he's looking at it, and finally, after about 5 minutes of looking at it, he goes, "That sounds just like a cam chain tensioner." I go, Well, I don't know if that's an easy job or a hard job, because of course I'm not a motorcycle mechanic. So he goes, "I'll go ahead and take a look at it, and I'll let you know what I figure out." So right before I leave, I go, "Well, how much is this going to cost?" And he goes, "Well, it looks like we have to take the whole engine apart. I have to make sure that the chains don't slip, and I'll have to tie off the chain, and I'll have to get new seals, and then of course I'll have to purchase the new cam tensioner and spring." So I go, "Okay, $250, $300, it seems quite a bit." But since I'm not the mechanic, he is, I go, "Oh, alright." So I leave the bike there, and I go home. Well, that night, of course, me very knowledgeable, and being the 21st century that it is, decided to go ahead and look up the process of changing a cam chain tensioner on a Ninja 250. I go and find a copy of the service manual and how much the part costs. Well, his shop charges $75 an hour. And I haven't done my total math, but a cam chain tensioner costs approximately $40 to $50. And within the service manual, it says it takes 4/10 of an hour to change. So don't get me wrong, 4/10 an hour plus a part from, let's say on high part, $50 and $75 an hour, that's under $100. So the next day, I go to the gym just about every morning during the week, and I had dropped it off on a Monday morning, so on Tuesday morning I head on down there. I get down there about 8:45-ish, and I go to talk to the owner, Steve, there, and he goes, I go, hey, guess what? And then I had recorded the sound of what the bike was making before. I go, you are right, this was a cam chain tensioner. Here's the sound of my bike, and I played it for him. And then I go onto YouTube and I play 2 other videos of the exact same sound, of the exact same problem. I go, but you told me it was going to be $300 and it's going to take several hours to dig through the engine. And then I show him the service manual I found and how long it takes and what the process is. Well, everybody on YouTube that had replaced it on the videos, one took 20 minutes, the other one took 15 minutes to replace it. And there was another one I found that happened to, just clean his and put it back together and it fixed the problem. So, I mean, it's possible that this guy, Steve, could have just taken it apart, cleaned it, and put it back together. So he got upset with me, and he goes, I get a lot of punk kids coming into my shop telling me how to run my shop and how to do my stuff because they think they know more than I do. I go, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job or what's going on. I'm telling you this is what I found out and this is what's going on. And nowhere in the service manual does it say that you have to take the engine apart. He goes, well, I haven't looked at the service manual, but on GSXR, or GSX, he didn't say R, but on Suzuki GSX bikes, you have to take that apart and you have to tie off the chain so the chain doesn't slip, and that way you don't bend valves. And I go, well, you're granted, yeah, maybe on that bike, but this isn't that bike. This is a totally different bike. And each bike is different, isn't it? He goes, yeah. That's why I had to take it apart to make sure nothing else was wrong inside. I go, well, that's not what you told me. So I left and I'm like, you're the technician. I know what's going on. I know what the service manual says. So I left. Not 20 minutes later, I get a call from my wife on the phone saying, hey, Steve from Psychodynamics just called and he's saying that he wants to talk to you about the conversation that you guys just had. Now, I didn't tell my wife that I went there, so, but she was surprised to get that phone call. She thought I was at the gym. So I called him back, and he called and apologized, and he's like, yeah, I get kids telling me how to do my job all the time. I apologize. It does say in the service manual that has to be done. Now, I'm already a couple hours into your bike already. I've already pulled it apart. I've already drained the oil, which I had told him when I came in. The oil was fresh. The filter was brand new. I had 10 miles on that filter. And so he's still done all that. And I go, okay. So and then he apologized and everything else. So I expected that he was going to write that off as his bad. Well, A week later, actually a week and 1 day after dropping off the motorcycle, I finally get a call telling me that the bike is done and ready to pick up. So I head down there and I go to pick it up. And guess what? Yep, he didn't give me a break on anything. He charged me for the, just under 2 hours of work he put into it. Charged me for the $50 part. He charged me for oil filter. He charged me for seals. He charged me for oil. So this is where I'm thinking, well, I just got ripped off. So I talked to him, like, hey, I thought we had an agreement that because you didn't look at the service manual that it was your bad that you had done more work than should have been done. He was all, no, that all still needed to be done. I still need to get in and make sure there's nothing else wrong with it. I'm not a parts changer. I'm a technician that fixes bikes. That's what he said to me. And I go, well, that's true, but you diagnosed the problem earlier at first, and then you tore apart the bike not knowing the service manual. And that was your fault, not mine. How was that my fault that I have to pay the extra work that you did that wasn't necessarily needed to be done? He's all it needed to be done. So I said, all right. And I let him know that I was a previous mechanic then, and that's not how you treat customers. And that I will not be bringing my bike back to him. And that... But, you see, that's my last bad experience with a repair shop. But if any of you have any bad experience with repair shops, let me know. Maybe it's like mine. Because I could have gotten my bike fixed for a third of what I paid for it. By any other shop. And by the way, I did call 2 other shops, and both of them were both under $100 for a chain tensioner pulley. But then if you guys live here in the Phoenix area, I do not recommend Cycle Dynamics. And if you want to know where they're located, it's on Deer Valley Road and 7th Avenue. And by the way, I'm right here. There they are, good old Cycle Dynamics. So, got a motorcycle to be repaired. I don't recommend them. Find someplace else. Anyhow, I'm going to do a little bit more writing if you want to keep on watching. If not, you guys have a great Monday. And I will... Actually, I'm going to hit the highway. And I will check you guys later. This is Fierce Phoenix, and I'm out.